Welcome to the Beltline Brain Buzz. I'm Lauren, your host, and this is your weekly theater trivia game show. Tonight's theme is Toy Story. Let's get started. Tonight's categories are Toy Story 1, Toy Story 2, Toy Story 3, Toy Story 4, and Toy Story 5. Here we go with tonight's game. First up, Toy Story 1. This is your $800 question. Toy Story broke the Guinness Book of World Records for what achievement? That's right. It was the first feature-length computer animated movie ever made. Next question. This is from Toy Story 3, the $800 question. Richard Kind, who voiced the role of Bookworm, earned a prestigious Jefferson Award for his work in the Stephen Sondheim musical. Ed Bouncer Road Next. Next up, Toy Story 3 for 600. In 1999, Mattel put out a special edition of this toy, which included cardboard finger puppets of Woody, Buzz, and Ham.
I'm Tour Guide Barbie.
Did you say Barbie? If so, you were correct. Story 3 $400 question. 40 years prior to voicing the not so lovable bear Lotso, Ned Beatty made his Broadway debut in this Tony Award winning play. It was The Great White Hope, for which he was a replacement. Next up, here's your Toy Story 2 question, $200. Wheezy, who is voiced by this Happy Time Tony winner, gets a solo at the end of Toy Story 2.
I think I feel a song coming on.
That's right, it is Robert Goulet. Next up, Toy Story 1 for 600. True or false, Valerie Vagoda and Brendan Milburn initially wrote 6 songs for the Toy Story film, including That's Why We're Here and a song for Sid called Make a Little Noise. That is false. They did write those songs, but for the cruise ship production. Next up, Toy Story 5, your $200 question. This Tony and Emmy Award winner voices the role of Bullseye.
Oh, I've missed this.
Where are my Traders fans? That's right, it is Alan Cumming. Next question. This is from Toy Story 1, $1,000 question. There's a theory that speculates that all the Pixar movies exist within the same universe. Based on this theory, this film takes place after the events that happen in these 2 other Pixar films. Name them. All right. How well do you know your Pixar theory? If you said Brave and the Incredibles, You were right. All right. Here is your Toy Story 4 $800 question. First one that we've had in this category. This well known comedy duo played Ducky and Bunny, two mischievous carnival prize plush toys who cross paths with Buzz. Did you say Keegan Michael Key and Jordan Peele? If so, you were correct. All right, here is your Toy Story 2 $1,000 question. This Tony Award winner was originally cast to voice Bullseye, but then they decided they wanted Bullseye to just be kind of a lovable dog kind of a creature. All right, if you're an Only Murders in the Building fan, you'll be happy to know that Martin Short almost played Bullseye in the film. All right, here's your $600 question. Category is Toy Story 4. She voices the role of an old, outgrown baby toy shaped like a tiger. That would be Golden Girl and animal activist Betty White. Next up, this is your Toy Story 1 $400 question. The original Toy Story lost both Best Achievement in Music Oscars, original score, and original song to this other animated film. Randy Newman lost to Pocahontas, Stephen Schwartz of Wicked fame. Here is your Toy Story 5 $400 question. When the high-tech buzzes encounter a deer and other woodland creatures, what classic Disney song is playing in the background? Did you guess Love is a Song from Bambi? I love when Disney nods to itself and its history. All right, here is your Toy Story 5 $1,000 question. She made her Broadway debut in 2007 as a replacement for Marcy Park in the 25th annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. That would be Greta Lee, who plays Blaze. All right, Toy Story 3, this is the $200 question. She joined the Toy Story universe as a choreographer, putting together the famous Spanish style dance sequence for Buzz and Jessie. That would be Dancing with the Stars, Cheryl Burke. How are you doing so far? All right, here is your Toy Story 2 $800 question. In 1998, when Toy Story 2 was accidentally deleted from Disney servers, this TD saved the day by retrieving a backup she had stored on her home computer. That would be Galen Sussman, who was on maternity leave at the time, which is why she was backing up the files at home. Thank goodness she was. Here is your Toy Story 5 $800 question. This 8-year-old is best known for playing Donna Corinthos in the soap opera General Hospital and young Glinda in the 2025 film Wicked for Good. That would be Scarlett Spears. You may have heard my daughter in the background on that one because she knew that. And there's an adorable video of Miss Scarlett meeting Taylor Swift at the Toy Story premiere. It's priceless. All right, here is your Toy Story 4 $200 question. This centenarian made a cameo in Toy Story 4 as a blue toy elephant belonging to Bonnie. One of several iconic comedians to grace this film. It was Mel Brooks, Melephant Brooks. Here's the next Toy Story 4 question, $400 question. This visionary who voices the role of Duke Kaboom is co-founder of a bespoke motorcycle company. He reprised the role in Toy Story 5. That would be Keanu Reeves. Here is your Toy Story 2 $600 question. When Ham is flipping through TV channels trying to find a commercial for Al's Toy Barn, each clip shown on screen is taken from one of Pixar's early shorts. Name them. That would be Tin Toy, Red's Dream, and Luxo Jr. Here is your Toy Story 4 $1,000 question. Last question in this category. The film was dedicated to this legendary comedian and actor who posthumously appeared in the movie as requested by his family. That would be Don Rickles, who passed away prior to the movie, but they had so much voice work from him that they were able to piece together his role for Toy Story 4. Here is your Toy Story 1 $200 question. Tony Award winner who provided the voice for Andy's mother in the original Toy Story in 1995. That would be Laurie Metcalf. Here is your Toy Story 2 $400 question. Last one in this category. This Barbie girl originated the role of Polly Barker in 1992's Crazy for You. That would be Jodie Benson, Little Mermaid herself. Here is your last question in the Toy Story 5 category. The lily pad device is a nod to this real world handheld learning system, which ironically has its own Toy Story games. My kids loved it. It was indeed a leapfrog. It was the leapfrog system by VTech. Here is the final question of the game. This is a Toy Story 3 question. In the mid 1970s, this Toy Story 3 actor ran the trolley that went through Mr. Rogers' living room. That would be Michael Keaton, who interned for the station where Mr. Rogers was filmed. That is our game for tonight. How did you do? Let me know in the comments. If you like what we've done tonight and you like this kind of gameplay, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button. These games drop weekly and you don't want to miss a game or a video. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you at the theater.